Well, should full-time RVers own real estate? This is a question that many people have had opinions on. In this video, I'm going to pass on some information on a topic that's not talked about very often and will possibly help people as they ponder this question of should full-time RVers own real estate? Hi, this is Bruce Boyes from Homes and Life Outdoors. I do want to say thank you to those who have subscribed to this channel and liked us. I hope to educate and provide value to those who watch these videos. And yes, if you do have questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comments down below. For those who don't know me, I've been a licensed realtor for the last 12 years. And I've also got experience in the RV industry, both in sales and as an owner of a small RV dealership. So given my history, I do have some knowledge of these two areas. Now, I have no desire to minimize or put down any facet of this discussion. I'm just presenting information that may be of interest. I'm sure that full-time RV living is the dream of many people, and those that are able to make the lifestyle changes to make this work for them are enjoying experiences that will remain with them for the rest of their lives. It can be an amazing time of life. My curiosity also has me wondering what the cost of full-time RVing is. And as a result, I've watched numerous videos of full-timers laying out their expenses. And these budgets run the full gamut from frugal, minimalistic living to deluxe travel, experiencing many events and activities. From these videos of RVers breaking down their expenses, I came to realize that full-time RVing can be quite expensive. So the question that comes up is this: should full-time RVers own real estate as well? To answer this question properly, there is no exact answer. There is no yes for everybody or no for everybody. It's a different answer for different people. And in watching numerous videos, I've noticed a few things. It appears that RVers are in three different groups. One, they're in young couples with no kids, traveling, seeing sights, and having adventures that many could only wish for. And then next, there's the traveling families. Well, if you've got school-aged children in your family, that usually means that you're homeschooling their kids. And hats off to these people. These traveling kids are going to experience so much more and probably learn more than a child in a classroom setting. And thirdly, there's the empty nesters like us. Kids are off living their own lives, and now it's time for some adventure by ourselves. Now here's what happens in life. We all age and change as life goes along. And when we get to the point in our lives where we no longer want to or are able to RV, what then? Do we plan on renting a home for the rest of our lives? Or maybe purchasing real estate at that point in time? You know, sell the RV and use that money for a home? Well, let's come back to that thought in a little bit. In looking at the expenses of the full-time RVers, there's a huge item that seems to be missing or is not included delivery. So what is that? Okay, I'm going to say it right here. One of the expenses that gets overlooked is depreciation. Doesn't sound like much, but it is. I'm not an accountant, but I do know that when you purchase a motorhome, a trailer, or even a truck, you now have what is called a depreciating asset. That means the value of it only goes one way, and that way is not up. It just goes down in value. Those who have been frugal and own a used RV will not notice this as much, as depreciation slows down as the unit gets older. Depreciation is most noticeable on new units. The most extreme situation is when the new RV is financed. I do get kind of frustrated when I hear an RV salesman talking about your investment in an RV. Well, you may be investing in an amazing lifestyle, but your RV is not a financial investment. So let's play with numbers a bit. Now these numbers are just rough because there's so many variables in there, but it gives you a rough idea. According to this chart, if you purchased a new $100,000 RV, it would be worth anywhere from $50,000 to $30,000 in 5 years. That's some pretty major depreciation, but that's what happens with RVs. So this is an expense because it is costing you. It's an expense of anywhere from $850 to $1,000 or more per month, depending on the type of unit and the condition that it's in. And if the RV was financed, you can add the interest rate on top of that number, or the interest that you're paying. That number could vary depending on what kind of an interest rate you got on the loan and how long you're taking to pay off the loan. Could be another $200 or so a month. So now you've added another $1,000 to $1,200 a month to your expenses. It's pretty major. If the RV unit is a truck and a trailer, both vehicles end up depreciating. It's just the way it is. There can be differences in how fast an RV depreciates, depending on the quality of construction, say. Airstream is a good example of a well-built unit that maintains pretty good resale quality. Mind you, you pay a lot more initially. Maintaining and keeping the RV in good condition can also slow the depreciation a bit. Now, those who are living the full-time RV lifestyle in a frugal, I like the word frugal. You might have guessed that by now. So if you're living the RV lifestyle in a frugal manner with an older RV, these people may avoid the heavy depreciation and financial burden, but instead will find themselves needing to have repairs done more frequently. The majority of RVs are built for vacationing, not for full-time living, and they will develop issues. YouTube is full of examples of repairs that could be required. And if you're handy at repairs and able to do the work yourself, then this really can be a low-cost lifestyle. So let's look at the owning real estate alternative. While an RV is going down in value, real estate usually appreciates or goes up in value. This graph gives you an idea of the rise in property values in the United States anyway over the last 50 years. There will be variances or hiccups depending on the economy and the location, but over a period of time, real estate usually recovers and goes up in value. So how much does it go up? Sometimes a lot, other times not so much. Some analysts suggest that a good rule of thumb is that real estate should appreciate about the same as the rate of inflation. Okay, so if you are a full-time RVer, you're on the road, and you decide to own some real estate, what do you do with it while you're on the road? Well, if there's a residence on the property, that one's simple. You can just rent it out, but you're not near it. Well, that's where property management companies come in. They can look after all the rentals and all the maintenance, and possibly the income from the rental may come close to covering your mortgage payments. Again, many variables. My biggest concern is that people have overlooked this depreciation expense. And as the RV depreciates and real estate appreciates, it becomes more and more difficult. One's going this way, one's going that way. It becomes more and more difficult to get into the real estate market. And also, there is no law that states you can't sell your real estate. So if you purchase some real estate and the market just goes crazy, it may be advantageous to sell that real estate, take the profit, and look for a different property, and then go back to full-time RVing. Maybe you're way ahead of me and have all your future needs and requirements mapped out already. Then I would say, good on you. Enjoy the lifestyle. There are so many advantages to the RV lifestyle. I'm not going to do a pros and cons list here because I'm sure that you're aware of most of them. And if you're not sure what they might be, just do a YouTube search. It can be an amazing adventure with picture book images right out your door. New friends and old friends maybe just down the road and around the corner a bit. And for others that prefer a home base for when they're not RVing, they can enjoy relaxing, they can have a big kitchen, sit in your favorite chair and watch the world go by. Well, I do hope that I've provided some information to give thought to, and if so, please click on the like and subscribe buttons down below. There are more videos to come. And remember, life is an adventure. I'll talk to you again soon.